もう一度
Welcome back, everyone. In today's episode, we're diving deep into the demon world, where Goku, Glorio, and Shin find themselves facing new challenges, strange creatures, and mysteries around every corner. Ready to see how they handle the intense demon gas and even a showdown with mischievous bandits? Let's get started. At the end of episode 2, we saw Goku setting off with Glorio and Supreme Kai, Shin, to keep their mission going into the demon realm. Shin explains that this spaceship they're in is powered by magic energy, which is why it can zoom from Earth to their target so fast.
魔界の飛行機は魔力で動いているのでとても速いんです。そっか。
They pinpoint the nearest warp sama on planet Batapi in the Raka planetary system, letting us see even more of Universe 7. When Shin asks Glorio, he explains that he was asked by the third demon world king to bring Goku to help take on Goma, a sneaky, sharp-minded foe. But Shin is still a bit suspicious and keeps an eye on Glorio.
あなたは頼まれて悟空さんを連れに来たと言っていましたね。
Once they get to the destination, Shin mentions he needs to inform Kibito of their exact location. Shin then briefs Goku that they're heading to Warp Sama, the massive fish we've seen in past episodes that works as a portal between the demon realm and the outside world. Goku almost messes up their entry by being rude and calling Warp Sama a giant goldfish, which nearly ruins their chance of getting in. Thankfully, Shin smooths things over.
すみません。悟空さん。
Warp Sama wants to make sure they're all demons before letting them pass. Since Glorio and Shin have pointy ears and Goku doesn't, Shin casts a quick spell to give Goku some pointed ears to blend in. To pass through Warp Sama, they need a specific password. No free rides here. Glorio recites the password and they finally gain access. But right as they're heading into Warp Sama's mouth, Shin doesn't get the chance to pass the code on to Kibito. So now, if they get into trouble, Kibito won't be able to come to their rescue, meaning they're most likely stuck in the demon realm. Inside, they enter this in-between dimension that connects the demon worlds to the normal universe. Here, they find portals to the 3 demon worlds, but access requires a special clearance. Glorio only has entry to the 3rd demon world, which is where they're heading. Warp Sama's smaller version actually spits them out from its rear end, like dumping waste, which is pretty weird but funny. Arriving in the 3rd demon world, they spot a massive hole with a light seal over it, which could lead them to the 2nd demon world, and eventually, the 1st. Long ago, demons could move freely between worlds through these tunnels, but now, a light shield blocks the way. Shin stays wary of Glorio, who admits he works in the 1st demon world, but only says he does all kinds of work, leaving us a bit suspicious.
お仕事って？
いろいろさ。
They even catch a glimpse of statues of the former demon king, Dabura, and some breathtaking landscapes and artistic designs. Goku then asks Glorio to bring the ship down to the ground for a closer look. After landing, Goku immediately notices that the air here feels super dense, making it hard to move. Turns out it's because of some strange gas surrounding the planet, making the atmosphere heavy. Shin mentions that this is his first time in the 3rd demon world, while Glorio gives us a bit more backstory, explaining that Shin from a race called the Glind. The Glind originally lived in the 2nd demon world, but moved to the 3rd for some reason.
第3魔界に来る用事なんてなかっただろうからな。
As they're exploring and chasing after this cat-like creature, Goku nearly stumbles into a bottomless pit, and Glorio warns him that anyone who falls in will be done for instantly.
おい 気をつけろ
Out of nowhere, they're suddenly ambushed by some bandits, their first taste of combat in the demon world. The bandits are pretty weak, though, and Goku and Glorio wipe the floor with them in seconds. After that little skirmish, they head back to their spaceship. Glorio suggests they hit up a nearby city to rest for the night. But even their spaceship can't move quickly because the strange gas affects its speed too, forcing Glorio to fly at a snail's pace to avoid damaging it. During the trip, there's a hilarious moment where Goku tries to blame the bad smell on the outside gas, even though it was totally his own fault.
匂いが強くなったな
When they finally arrive in the demon city, the vibe is eerie with intense, shadowy colors and everyone's eyes glued to Goku's group. They check into a hotel, but the front desk tries to scam them with an over-the-top price. Glorio isn't having it, though, and gives the hotel keeper a good scare, getting them their room key without a fuss.
何をする気でいいだろう
But Goku's hungry, so they head across the street to a bar. Once inside, all eyes are back on them, especially on Goku, as if the crowd has something planned for him. Goku starts munching on demon burgers, wondering what kind of meat they're made of, and Glorio just says it's probably better if he doesn't ask too many questions. After a while, a few curious demons approach Goku, intrigued by his round, non-demon-like ears. Glorio warns them to back off, but they ignore him, and he ends up splashing them with water to shoo them away. This leads to another fight scene, where we see Goku finally getting comfortable in his smaller body, showing off some slick fighting moves. The scene's fun to watch. Even though the enemies aren't much of a challenge, they're more like a warm-up as Goku masters his new sense of distance and range. He ends up taking down every opponent with ease, handling them all solo. After the night's events, Shin and Goku rest up at the hotel. The next morning, Glorio comes by to continue their journey, only for them to discover their spaceship is gone. Now they're fully trapped in the demon world with no way out. It looks like this is a revenge move from the bandits Goku wiped out the night before. They've stolen Glorio's ship.
グロリオさん、どうかしましたか？
飛行機が
That wraps up today's episode in the demon world. Goku and the crew are truly stuck now with their spaceship stolen, and there's no telling what surprises await them. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe to follow Goku's adventure through this dark realm. See you in the next episode.